Even now, if I look at the movie, I don't know what was good or what was bad about the whole thing.
でも私はその作品でいろんな賞を取りまして、いろんな賞を取って褒められました。
He won a lot of awards for that movie, and that scene everybody talks about it being racing. Even today, he doesn't know what it was.
ですから今の質問の思い出のゴジラ以外のどんな思い出の作品があるというと、楽しい映画も山ほどありますけれども、やっぱり苦労した作品がいつまでも心の中に残っている。それは私の。
So to answer the question, basically there are a lot of movies that were fun to do and everything else, but things like that are the ones that stick in his heart.
それが俳優として生きる道の一つの大きな、なんて言いますか、プロセスと言いましょうか、ホップステップジャンプの方、ホップステップなんていう舞台。
Hop step and not quite get to the jump, hop step, not quite get to the jump, but finally get to the jump, and that's where he remembers it most.
今から6年ぐらい前、その大先輩から高峰さんから電話があって、宝田さん元気？あなた、私本書いてるんですけど、エッセイをね、書いてるんだけども、あなた覚えてるかな？放浪記っていう映画の時に私が生意気なこと言って、あなたムカついたっていうの怒ったでしょ？あの時のいきさつを本に書いて出したんだけども、いいかしらと許可の電話があったんです。だから僕はいや、高峰さん、あの時のあなたの言葉は私の脳天からつま先までずっと太い串になって、こうやっていこうとする時にも、スランプに陥った時もいつも心の糧となって、本当にありがたく今思っておりますという伝えたんです。
About 6 years later, Mr. Minafune sent him, I called him and said he's writing an essay about things going on. And he wanted to get his approval for a little part that he had done. He says, well, all the things that I've gone through and this and that, and you gave me certain words here and there that helped me get along and made me get tougher, along with these type of episodes. I said, yes, please use it in your book.
最近そのベリーインスタントリーなことでどんどんそこそこセリフを喋ってれば OK っていう監督さん実は多いんです。日本でもものすごく多いんですけれども、あの当時のように1日半もかけてセリフのないシーンを僕に一生懸命テストしてもらって、またそういう先輩の俳優さんが僕を突っぱねるような言い方ですけど、実は温かい気持ちを持ったそういう言葉を出してくれるのは最近はなかなかない。もう今お金を出してもなかなか買えない貴重な経験を私はさせてもらいます。
He thinks, as he looks back now, is probably the best experiences, some of those type of episodes, because these days, a lot of the directors, because the stars are so big, they just say, okay. And so it's basically really not what the director wants, but because the star is so big, they just say, okay, we'll let it go, we'll let it go. And so he thinks that during this time, he really learned a lot. It was very good experiences for him. And so he's very happy with the experiences that he got from that.
それが最初の答えです。
What was the other question? Okay,
何度も戻りました。
I've been back many times.
アリが自分の住みかに帰るように、いつもこう帰って、気持ちがいつもこう出てくる。私は日本人ですけれども、I was my mantra. アリが自分の巣へ戻るように、いつもこう常に帰って。
It was part of his life, and it's just kind of like drawing a picture. It was part of it, so he's been back many times to remember that, and it has never basically, left him. And so he's been back many times to relive some of the good and the bad of what was there. Yeah.
昔の学校も小学校もまだ未だに中国人の学校として運営されていますので、私どもは自分の卒業生が人間さんにみんな学用品、勉強のいろんな道具を学校にプレゼントしてみんなで
The school that he went to as a child as well in Manchuria is still there. It's of course a Chinese school now, but he brought paint brushes and other things, and many things that took him there to present to them for helping him when he was a child. And a big TV too. Wow. Does that answer your question? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. The name of the book is called Horoki. Horoki. And probably the movie is the same name, but Horoki. Say it. I'm sorry. What was the next question? Oh yeah, okay. You were on the line.
ちょうどこちらをお尋ねしました2年前、私はアメリカ、シカゴから帰ってすぐ、プレディオリーグ、それをニューヨークのブロードウェイで公演してきました。ないです。いらしてる方がいるんです。何人
Did somebody see that Brilliant Leaf? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Okay.
何か来てくれました。ありがとう。ありがとうございます。
2 years ago, after the G Fest, it was a month later, a couple months later. Yeah, that he went to Broadway and did Freddie and the Leaf with him and a bunch of
Oh,
children.
yeah.
皇后陛下、皇太子も見に来て、本当に涙を流して帰られました。本当にいい作品。
Well, the son of the emperor and some other people, some really big wigs came to watch it as well. Wow.
あれはですか。テレビと映画に1本ずつ出ましてね、テレビはシリーズのカーネーションみたいな花なんで、それがね、大変な。
Since that time, he has been in one movie and one TV show, and the name of the TV show is called Carnation, and apparently it's done very well.
それから、あとテレビ映画も出ました。
There were 2 other TV movies that he was in as well, so he is finding some time to get in a few things. Yeah. Okay.
今度はこれから帰って、もうこの、end of July、プレディオリーグのまたサインが。
They're going to do Freddie and the Leaf again, so from the end of July they're going to be starting practicing rehearsals.
で僕にはもう一つ大きな仕事が待ってまして、世界一長いロングランを続けているミュージカルショーがあって、ファンタスティックって今ニューヨークで52 years non-stop.
Fantastics, the Broadway show has been going so long.
それを私もまた日本で制作して、
He's going to do this in Japan. Fantastics, wow.
1971年に日本に初めてそれを私が作品持ってきて上演した。
So the first time he came to Japan was in 1971, and he was in it at that time as well. So he's going to do it again. Wow, very cool. Nice. Yeah.
もし11月、
if anybody is in Japan in November, please come to watch. Maybe I
も
have
しニューヨーク行ってみたら、ファンタスティックスの、劇場行ったら、日本の私が出演しておりましたポスターが2枚、ロビーに、世界各国いっぱい1枚だけです。
If you go see it at Broadway as well, there are 2 big posters there, Japanese posters showing that they'll be doing this in Japan as well. So.
私がニューヨーク行って、その劇場で芝居ますと、最初お客さん、出演者がストップ、日本からのエルガイオという役者の名前に、私が役のエルガイオ。その日本のエルガイオの人たちに拍手を送ってくださいと、僕に拍手を送って。
First time I went to Broadway as well, they introduced him as the part that he played, and then the whole group, I mean, they just started clapping for him. So it's another good memory for him.
日本での上演のロイヤリティは 10% ですね。大変です。Yeah.
Wow, to do this in Broadway, they have to pay a big 10% of the gross to the people that do this. So
私も精一杯アメリカの知的財産にロイヤリティ払って勉強しております。
But he wants to do it, so he's going to pay it. Wow.
まあそれが最近の私のアクティビティ。
So that's basically what he's been doing recently and what he plans to do in the future. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Okay. 最初ね。 Monster Zero, Monster Zero is probably one of his favorites. Every one that he's been into, and in fact, every one that he's seen, there's a memory of all of them, and so there's a good band from all of them, but that's one of them he likes.
ゴジラのデザインやっぱりファーストワンが一番良かったですね。
The first one, of course. Oh, there he is, right there. No, first one, yeah, that's the best one.
最初私はゴジラ東宝のスタジオで見ましたら、そうですね、2メートルぐらい、2メートルもっとあるんです。ハロー中島が入ってるわ。ハロー中島様、皆さんあったかな。彼は長い間ずっと俳優さんで、まあ、頑張ってたんですけど、体格がいい、元気があるんで、それで中島入るってんで、中に入ってます。
The reason that Mr. Nakajima was inside this, he had been an actor for many years as well, but because he was in really good shape and everything, they just looked at him and said, "You're getting inside." That's how the first time he became that zone.
あまり有名ではなかったんですけれども、体が良かったんで、お前入れって言うの入れる。
And because he became famous as Godzilla, but most people forgot what he looked like, and so he wasn't very famous as an actor after that.
もちろん僕より年下、どう？
Yeah, one more quick. Wow, okay, one more. Brett, you pick.
Yours.
Yeah.
ニック・アダムスは私の最も悪い友達の一人です。
Says Nick Adams is one of his bad friends. That's as far as I can go. I don't know what it means. Because this is a family-oriented thing. Maybe we should talk about it.
日本の素敵な女の子に言うと連れて行け。
He liked beautiful women, and so whenever they'd be done for the day, he says, "Let's find some beautiful women." So they always took him to find drinking and beautiful women. I guess okay. That's as far as we went. These are my friends. Okay.
でも彼は私コール・ポーターの「キス・ミー・ケイ」というミュージカルをやるときに彼は撮影終わってアメリカ帰ってそのオールスコアボーカルスコアオールスコア上部彼がサインして今度のステージ頑張ってください成功祈ってますって書いて僕に送ってくれました本当にありがたかったです貴重な資料だった、はい、キス・ミー・ケイキス・ミー・ケイ
One thing that they were good for him was after they had finished one of the movies or something, he was about to do Kiss Me Kate, and they didn't have an original score for it, and America apparently had it or whatever, and Nick Adams went back to the States, found it, signed it, and said, "Good luck with your musical," and sent it to him, and so he's very happy about that.
あの時スコアを求めるのはなかなか日本で難しかったんですけど、彼は帰ってすぐに送ってくれました。本当に悪い友達ですけど、心優しい友達。
He says it's very, very hard in Japan at the time to get a score like that, and so there was no one in Japan. They were thinking, how could they do this? And Nick went back. He says, "He's one of my bad friends, but he's a very good heart." So he sent me the score.
ビッグスターだから、僕らみたいに若いのはあんまりその心を開いてくださらなかった。あんまりそのフレンドリーにね、なかなか最初なりにくかった。
At the beginning, he was a little bit hands off because he's a big star, and so it's kind of hard to approach him, and the other way as well. So we weren't really good friends at the beginning.
でも、彼も本当に何か今も現在頑張ってもちろん生きてらっしゃる。
But from there, we became kind of good friends. He was always a gentleman to me at the same time, and he knows that he's still doing a lot of things now in the States as well. So,
Latitude Zero.
Latitude Zero.
Don't you know? Joseph Cotton. Caesar Roman. Great.
Caesar Romero is a, yeah, well, you just said great star. I don't need to translate that. Yeah.
ハリウッドの俳優さんはどういう映画的な芝居をするのかっていうのは興味津々で私見ました。共演していたけど本当に勉強になりました。流れるような演技をする。流れるような実にこうなんていうんですか、水が流れるような演技をする。
At the beginning, with all of the foreign actors that they brought into these movies and stuff, he was always very interested in how they would act. And he compared it to a river. It's kind of just the way they act is just like a flowing river. Somehow they're able to flow through their acting. And he thought he learned a lot from this.
僕らジャセフ・カートンは伝わるかな第3そういうもので彼を見てますから本当にハリウッドの俳優さんがお芝居してるの珍しい。
He said he saw that in that movie. He just said the actors from America are just very rare. There's just something about them that puts them ahead of other people.
あとシーザー・ロメロさんは奥さんと一緒に来まして奥さんも今見てました。
Caesar Romero also brought his wife as well. Oh, Joseph Cosmo. You can explain it better than I can say it.
Okay, so Patricia Medina, who played Lucretia in Latitude Zero, was married to Joseph Cotton. But in the movie, of course, she plays Caesar Romero's love interest, and of course, she, as some of you may know, she died at the age of 92 back in April, I believe. Anyway.
奥さんはもう大変なビッグスターというか大変な素敵な女優さんでございますけれどもシーザー・ロメロこれは本当に好きやねんキラどっかいいとこに連れて行けて奥さんに泣いてる
Yeah, Caesar Romero also had a little bit of Nick Adams in him as well.
Top secret. I think we should intercept there, man. Morning. Finito? How's that?
We have another 2 o'clock. We have a 6 next, and he'll come back and talk some more, and we can hear more about Nick or some other thing. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for coming. We'll see you